The One Big Beautiful Bill was signed into law on July 4, 2025, and buried inside it is a tax strategy so powerful it almost feels illegal, but it's not. We're talking about the full return of 100% bonus depreciation. And if you own or plan to own short-term rentals, this changes everything. Let's back up for a second, because bonus depreciation isn't some shiny new toy. It's been around the block. But like that one friend who disappears for a few years and comes back somehow better, it has returned fully loaded and ready to work for you. Here's the setup you need to understand. By default, rental real estate is considered passive income in the eyes of the IRS and has been since 1986. That means any losses your rental generates on paper can only offset other passive income, not your W-2 salary, not your business profits, nothing that actually stings at tax time. So imagine you're a high-earning professional, doctor, engineer, tech worker, bringing home $200,000 a year and handing a significant chunk to Uncle Sam with a smile you didn't choose. The passive loss rules have essentially kept a wall between your rental paper losses and the income you actually want to protect. But here's where the plot twist lives. Short-term rentals are one of the rare exceptions to that passive loss rule, and the IRS carved this door open intentionally. If you structure things correctly, your STR stops being a passive activity and starts being a weapon. Now don't get too excited yet, because the qualifications are strict and the IRS is not handing out free passes. Your average tenant stay must be 7 days or less. You must log over 100 hours of active participation, and this is the kicker, no one else involved in managing the property can log more hours than you. Think of it like a throne. You have to sit in it the longest, or you don't get the crown. A property manager who outworks you on paper just costs you the entire strategy. But when you do qualify, the math becomes almost absurdly beautiful. You take a property, run a cost segregation study, apply 100% bonus depreciation, and generate a massive paper loss in year one. That loss can then offset your W-2 or business income that otherwise had virtually no shelter available. Here's the historical context worth respecting. Bonus depreciation was introduced, clawed back, phased down, and has now been resurrected at full strength. Markets, tax codes, and political winds all shift, which means windows like this one don't stay open forever. They never do. The misconception we hear constantly is that this is some kind of gray area loophole that could get you audited into oblivion. In reality, this is codified tax law. It has been upheld, it has been studied, and when executed with proper documentation, it is entirely defensible, but the documentation part is not optional. What separates the investors who win with this strategy from the ones who get burned is discipline and process, not just enthusiasm. You need the hours logged, the calendar documented, the cost seg study done by a qualified professional, and a CPA who actually understands real estate, not just one who files returns. The practical lesson history keeps teaching us is this: the investors who moved with strategy and sizing during previous tax incentive windows built generational wealth, while the ones who over-leveraged on pure conviction often found themselves overexposed when conditions shifted. Moderate risk, disciplined execution, and knowing your position size will always outlast hot takes and timing bets. Philosophically, the most freeing realization in any tax strategy is that you don't need to be right about everything. You need to be consistent, prepared, and rational about the moves you make. 100% bonus depreciation through a qualifying short-term rental isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a get tax less while building wealth slowly machine. And whether tax law shifts again in 5 years, whether interest rates move, or whether your market cools, if you built the strategy on sound fundamentals and real numbers, you'll be comfortable with any outcome because you planned for optionality, not perfection. The One Big Beautiful Bill opened a window, and the question is simply whether you're ready to climb through it. If you want help figuring out your next step, whether that's real estate investing, finding the right contractor for your STR, or connecting with lenders who understand this strategy, check out our links in the description below.